guys are in that situation where you see them march downfield, come close to a touchdown, not get it, then you guys get the ball back. What was your mindset, confidence level like, start off overtime?
First of all, let's talk about what the defense did at the end of the game with that goal line stand. That was huge. I mean, that gave us opportunity to go out there in overtime and have a chance to win. So, it was definitely a team win. Defense stepped up big. I mean, I'm sitting there praying to Jesus, and they came through for us, and he came through for us. So that was amazing, a great feeling. I mean, everybody can win, blowout games or lose, but whenever you can win a team game like that in overtime, there's a certain special feeling you get. So, I mean, it was great. Offensive line played great today. Running the ball, all our backs ran well, even our fullback ran well. And then the receiver stepped up big in the passing game.
Did you all feel confident as you kicked off overtime, and if so, why?
Yeah, I think we took it more as our defense, and God has given us an opportunity when we didn't think we would have that opportunity. Anytime you have first and goal from the 1, I mean, a lot of people would say, hey, game's over. So I think once our defense got that stop and we knew there was overtime and we received it, we knew we were going to win that game. And that's the kind of confidence we had, because it was like God's blessed us with another opportunity to go forth and win the game. And that's what we had to do.
Robert, obviously it was a tough week for a lot of things going around, criticism. Does that fuel you, or do you block that out and not use it for motivation? Did it bother you at all or anything like that?
I mean, you just got to let that stuff run its course. Everyone's looking for somebody to point the finger at. And what we talk about in our locker room is making sure we stay together. And, nothing else matters, so forget all the chatter. And that's what I tell the guys, and that's what we got to do. You got to come to work every day ready to go. And Eric Weddle at the end of the game, said something to me, and I want to thank him for saying what he said. I won't tell you guys what he said, but it was in reference to the critics and stuff like that. You got to go out and play. And he's a very well-respected safety, and he's a hell of a player.
Pierre had a couple nice drive-saving catches for you guys. Did you sense that he felt that desperation of the game today?
Oh, I think everybody did, and Pierre did a great job stepping up big for us, made some great catches, made the catches that were there, and made some catches that not many people can make. So he definitely stepped up, and the rest of the receivers followed his lead. So, it was great to see that fire, great to see him ball out today.
Robert, does this seem like one of those games that can be a turning point in the season for you guys, and what gives you that sense if you do have it?
Yeah, it does, and just the way we went about it. Defense stepped up big. When they created turnovers, we scored touchdowns, and at the end of the game, when we couldn't quite, execute that 4-minute offense, all the way to win the game, they stepped up big for us and had a goal line stand. So, just the way we won the game, I think that can be a turning point for us. It's definitely a team bonding type game where you can come closer together, and guys will enjoy it tonight, and then we got to get back ready to go on Thursday. Quick turnaround, but it's something that we enjoy and we relish. So every game's a must-win for us, and we know that.
Play of the game. What did you see there? And
I just had to make a decision, and a lot of people criticize me for some of that stuff all the time, and I could have went out of bounds and we'd have been short of the first down. I saw an opportunity to fly, so I got my wings and tried to fly. So, I hit the ground pretty hard so that, we really can't fly, really, so no matter how much we dream about it. But, I just saw the opportunity, and at that point in the game, I felt like we needed it, and that's why I took it.
Had a few wrinkles in the offense today. You had the option pitches to Jordan Reed and to Santana. You had the handoff to Young you've used here and there, but that's a different wrinkle. Just a few different things added for this game?
Yeah, just trying to switch it up. You don't want to go out there, and have people be able to tell what you're doing all the time. So, it's an offense. You got to shake things up, just to keep a defense off balance, and I think that's what we did. As an offense, the one thing you don't want to become is predictable. And, I think today, whenever we've been on throughout the whole season, we've just done a better job of mixing things up, run pass, giving them different looks, giving them something to think about, and that's what we did today.
You guys had a 92-yard drive and then missed the field goal. That could have been deflating. How did you guys bounce back from that and not let the other blocked field goal, get to you guys?
Yeah, I think, for most of the part, the guys on the team, we try to control what we can control. And that's what you have to do. You have to worry about the little things and let the big things fall into place. We put a 92-yard drive together and didn't come up with points. And, we understand that we're moving the ball on offense, so that's a positive. That's a positive you have to take out of it. You know, if something bad happens and every time you go in the tank, you're not going to have a very successful team. So when things get bad, you have to get good, and that's just, you know, something that you have to live by. If we miss a field goal, you know, something bad happens here, you have to get good to go overcome that. Getting the tank's not going to help out.
You talked about moving the ball. There were 10 times today you guys completed passes over 10, 15 yards. Talk about how that changed and impacted the game today. The ability to pressure them, stretch them.
Yeah, it just makes them, you know, have to worry about not only Alfred, myself, Halu, and DY running the ball, and our offensive line, who's really premier at doing those things, and makes them have to, you know, cover more holes. So the holes that were there, we took advantage of them and had some big plays down the field. So catch and runs, you know, some were, you know, catch and get hit and tackled, but it was a good thing for us. Open up some holes for us, you know, not only in this game, but later on in the season, be able to do some different things to get open.
Three of those long drives that eat up the clock. What's the mood like in the huddle as you get into your 7th, 8th, 9th play?
Score points, score touchdowns. You know, we want to score touchdowns every single time, and you know, guys know we're an offense built to go on those type drives. We can also be a quick strike offense and score points quickly, but more often than not, we're going to put a good drive together, convert those third downs, get those tough yardage, and then at the end of the game, you know, the holes get bigger.
Got a chance to talk to some of the Super Bowl players before the game. What'd you learn from those guys?
And you know, it's just a great feeling to have the alumni guys come back, and you know, the way we won that game was awesome. You know, for them, just the whole mood about the whole day kind of felt like, you know, this is what we had to do. This is, you know, it's our time. We got to take advantage of it now or never. And to have those guys there, it's always an honor. You try to cherish every single one of those moments you can, because those are legendary. You know, you can tell your kids about those when you have kids. For me, and you know, some of the guys that do have kids, it's just a special feeling.
Robert, you guys were great, obviously, on third down all game long, and then DY, all 3 of his touchdowns came on 3rd and 1. When you can kind of break their will a little bit, do you think that, I guess, sends a message to maybe future opponents, or just this game that you guys can, you know, keep the ball and do what you want to do in different spots like that?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it sends a message to other defenses. I know they see that on tape, and they'll definitely be more aware of DY, the 3-touchdown fullback. So they'll be more aware of that, and like I said, it's just giving them something else to think about and doing something that we're good at. And you know, we trust DY with the ball. You know, he's always had a pretty good rushing average for us, and you know, 3 touchdowns. You know, it's probably 1 yard per carry, but hey, he doesn't really care about that as long as he's helping us win.
One of the negative things that happened was that touchdown they got when they tipped the ball in the end zone. What did you see on that? What happened on that?
Yeah, you know, just a guy tipping the ball, and you know, I tried to knock it down and was not successful. So they got the touchdown. Those things you got to try to avoid, and I don't know how to explain to you guys how to avoid that. You know, you got an open guy, you try to hit him, and sometimes the defense is going to, you know, hit the ball up in the air, pat it up, and we had a lot of batted balls today. It's something that in certain situations we can work on it, but in 3-step drops, it's pretty hard to avoid those.
This is now 2 consecutive home games that you guys have fought down to the finish, come away with thrilling victories. For a season that hasn't gone exactly how you guys would have liked, to be able to pull off these kind of exciting wins at home in front of this fan base, what does that mean to you?
I think it means a lot to us, but I think it also means a lot to our fans. And you know, we're never going to quit. We're never a team that's going to, you know, be down and out, no matter what our record is. So we needed this win. Our fans needed this win so that they could believe in us. And we appreciate the fans that showed up and cheered to the very end for us. You know, that means a lot to us as players. You know, we're not out here playing just for the heck of it. We're playing for a reason, and the fans are one of those reasons. So we want to make sure, you know, we're giving them something to believe in.
Robert, you guys had remarkable success on 3rd downs today. Can you explain what was going on to give you so much success?
We were more efficient. You know, I talked about after the last game. You know, guys being where they need to be, making the catch, making the tough catches if it needs to be a tough catch, fighting for the extra yards, and the offensive line did a good job protecting me, giving me a good pocket to deliver the ball. So, you know, on my part, you know, just being more decisive and getting them an accurate ball that they can run with. So just all around a whole lot better today.
To still be in the picture in the division, how big is that, and how crucial is this next, you know, the next 2 games for you guys because of that?
Oh, it's huge. Like you said, you want to have something to the fans want to have something to believe in. Players want to have something to believe in, and because of the way our division's set up right now, we have something to believe in, and we know we can control our own destiny. So we need to get another win on Thursday. Take that miniature bye week, come back. I think it's I don't know who it is. Look at it one game at a time. So whoever that team is, we got to play. We got to go after them as well.
You talked about some of the batted balls. Obviously, some things you can't control. But is some of that also maybe, arm angle? Is it the defense maybe knowing some of the rhythm of things? Is it something that you can look at and maybe pinpoint and say we've got to do that, or I've got to do that better next time, or as we move down the stretch here?
Yeah, I mean, it's something you watch on film and you talk with your coaches about and say, hey, is there any way I can avoid this on this play, on that play? I felt like on a couple of the screens, there was maybe an opportunity for me to make a play over the defensive end when they slapped it in the air. But sitting here right now, I couldn't tell you what we could do different. But that's why we have film study and that's why we watch it.
We'll wrap it up here. Who else?
Robert, you're now officially at the halfway point of the season. What are some of the biggest surprises that you've experienced through the first 8 games, and where do you expect to be after the next 8?
We want to. Obviously, the biggest surprise for us is the way we started the season. We want to be better than that. In the next 8, obviously, we want to make that push for the playoffs. We got to win our division, and that's the only thing that's on our mind. Anything after that comes with it. But for us, it's just about taking it one game at a time. And when you're on that field, you take it one play at a time. Positive yards every play, and I think we did a better job of that today, and that's why we won.
Short week pretty well last year going into Dallas. What's the secret to managing that time frame?
Just being on top of your recovery as an athlete. You got to get in the cold tub. You got to do the stretching, and it is a quick turnaround. So you have to study your game plan even more because coaches aren't going to pull off the brakes when it comes to that kind of stuff. They're going to still put in the same amount of plays, if not more. And you got to be able to have that film study, have that study time, and be on it.
Robert, did you feel like the offense felt like last year, 25 carries for Alfred, 209 yards rushing? Did the balance of it feel more like last year, and how does that feel when you're doing it?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great, obviously, and it did feel more like last year with the balance. You got a guy like Alfred back there and a guy like Halu backing him up, two physical runners, guys that we trust the ball in their hands, and they did a great job for us. So offensive line, it helps them out when we can run the ball like that and then set up the pass after that. And I thought we did a good job mixing up the play-action pass, drop-back passing, and then, of course, on third down when we had to have it. A lot of 3rd and 8 situations today, we made that happen.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, guys.